didn't do it.
Oh, it didn't do the thing. Oh
well. Welcome back to whatever this is.
Episode 4 of our Higurashi playthrough.
Episode 4?
More like 4D, probably.
40? I don't know.
50? 100.
Of all of Higurashi?
Welcome back to episode 105 of Higurashi When They Cry. Hinamizawa, Onikakushi wa Tanagashi, Tatanagaroshi, Himatsubushi Meakashi. Written by Ryukishi and 07th Club.
7th Club? 07th Works? Yeah?
Alright. Shion's having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. Oh. Didn't know what that... You hit quit game. I was like, what? I was like, what's happening?
I just right-click close game. Keiichi, I was too scared to sleep. If I went to sleep, I might not find Satoshi-kun there in the morning. So I kept talking to him until I passed out.
Yeah, Satoshi-kun's here, by the way. He's here. He's here.
I told him about what happened while he was missing. I told him that I realized how much I loved him after he went away. I'd searched for him looking in various different things. I'd gathered underground information through Kasai and bargained for police information with Oishi. But I couldn't find any leads. A long time passed, but I kept thinking about him.
Etc.
Etc., etc. I told him all the small details from my daily life, the places I wanted to go with him, the things I wanted to do with him, the food I wanted to share with him, and I told him a lot of things. I was sitting up at first, but then I got tired, so I lied down. I got tired of moving my mouth, so I started talking to him in my mind. It was the happiest night I'd ever had.
Schizo moment.
I love Shion's... like... Oh, don't care. I love Shion's, like, goofy aha schizoid maxing. When I woke up, I didn't find Satoshi-kun by my side. I knew it somehow. I was afraid of it. That's why I didn't want to go to sleep. But at least I got to see him for one night. Just when I'd resigned myself to that, I felt Satoshi-kun's presence again. It wasn't a dream after all. I thank God. She has a tulpa.
She's created Satoshi Tulpa.
But that's literally what this is!
Oh my god.
She has a fucking Satoshi-kun tulpa, dude. And so I began my strange life with Satoshi-kun. As promised, Satoshi-kun was always by my side. He couldn't laugh, mumble, or stroke my head, but he was always with me. Always right by my side. Me with my
your funny little Denmark?
No, that's not where I was going.
No.
I was gonna take it the guy that married the Hatsune Miku 3D model thing.
Yeah. With your funny little sunset shimmer.
Me with my beautiful horsewife I carry around in my pocket every day. What if I had a sunset shimmer tulpa?
I don't think I'd associate with you.
Would you even believe me?
Listen, man, you're already on the edge with the fact that you were / are a brony, so I don't know.
Yeah, but like, if I had a tulpa, wouldn't you think it's just cool?
I have a video to show you.
Tulpa maxing is cool. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise.
Tulpa maxing is cool.
He disappeared sometimes, but he'd come back when I looked for him. It seemed that all I could hear was his footsteps. That's just the way it was. It was a bit sad, but I was still satisfied. His presence was really faint, so it was hard to sense him in a crowd, but he never left me. If he were tangible, I'd be taking his hand all the time so that he wouldn't be lost. In contrast, I could feel him very strongly in quiet environments, of course. I couldn't tell what his expressions were, because he was just a presence. But, after I got used to it, I could tell what he was thinking. At first, I could only tell if he was laughing or not. Eventually, I started to feel his emotions more strongly. I could communicate with him normally. I was usually alone with him, though. I didn't want to go to school or hang out with my friends anymore. But Satoshi-kun got upset about that. He'd keep mumbling unhappily. Now that I knew he'd always be with me, I shouldn't just stay home all the time. I was sticking to my time alone with him, however, because I was scared that he might suddenly disappear again, and I wanted to make the most of the time I was sharing with him right now. I must have been worrying too excessively. Satoshi-kun will always be by my side. Yeah, that was his promise. He never breaks his promises. I was fine because he was there. Of course, I couldn't tell anybody about him, not even Sis. I could try to explain it to them, but they'd never understand. You know who she could talk
Oh my
to?
god, I don't think I have it anymore.
You know who she could
Oh, yes,
talk
you
to?
do.
She could talk to Rena.
She could talk to Rena. You think that's a good idea, talking to Rena? No?
What the fuck?
Such an iconic video, man. I love that video so much.
Uh,
It's just
August
the very faint, quiet. What the fuck? But I was certain that he was with me, so I'd be all right. I never got fed up with life with him. He's really cute, you know. We'd always walk together, but when I stop, he always walks one extra step. That's so adorable. I love it. Notebook page 159.
This is an interesting interpretation of this little extra footstep, isn't it?
Shion the type of motherfucker to think Hermaeus Mora is trying to be her boyfriend? It's a little Elder Scrolls joke.
If you didn't get it at all.
It's a little Elder Scrolls joke. For the fans of the Daedric god of knowledge, Hermaeus Mora.
Jesus. How do I do his voice? Shion-san, what are you going to do on Watadagashi this year?
I guess I'll have some fun at the festival. Maybe I'll tease Sis and her friends. I wanted to go to the festival with Satoshi-kun.
Are you excited for the festival at Watadagashi for
I'm gonna
Meakashi?
kill. I'm gonna kill myself
You got the hiccups.
if we have to go through the fucking Takano 8-hour long fucking lore dump section again.
Oh my god.
Is that in the game? Oh my god, it's in the game, isn't it? Oh. Oh.
We won't go over anything we've already heard.
Oh.
I'll tell you that much.
Oh. I've never heard Ryukishi repeat himself. I wanted to go to the festival with Satoshi-kun. I knew he'd like to see me having fun with everybody. He might get jealous if I play with Keiichi, but Satoshi-kun isn't very sensitive in that way. You know, don't get me wrong. Let me be clear.
Uh-huh.
It's a good section. It's great.
Uh-huh.
But it's like literally half the game. Like it
is very long.
Feels like I get put in like a penis music time vortex. And I'm stuck in that fucking storehouse for like 8 hours. It felt like
You are sufficiently traumatized.
dude,
I am okay with this.
it was so good. It had great lore, great building, great mystery. It was just great.
Great
but
voice
it's
acting,
like-
right? Hee-hee.
Of course. But it's like a 19-hour section. Like we spent what felt like 3 sessions in that fucking storehouse.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were in there for a month.
It was great. It was awesome.
I think we're still in.
He's
I don't
still
think we
there.
left.
He is not left mentally. He's still stuck in that storehouse.
Oh my god. There's cages on the ceiling. Oh my god. Ritual torture instruments. Oh my god, man-eating demons! Oh my god, the gut-releasing festival!
Gut release.
Or the, like, organ-releasing festival.
Wata drifting.
Fuck this game. Fuck Ryukishi. Fuck his writing. I hope the new Silent Hill bombs.
No! No! Don't put that curse on him! You bastard! It's probably gonna bomb anyway, but fuck!
Oh yeah, I know it is. It'll bomb, and then non-Ryukishi fans will blame Ryukishi, and then Ryukishi fans will blame everyone else.
And then Ryukishi fans would play and be like, "That's actually kind of good." You guys are just bad. Fuck you.
Ryukishi fans will be like, you didn't understand the 850 different layers of subtext behind the main character saying that the windows are blue. It represents the future color that was used in Chapter 4, Part 9, and used by the main enemy, which their weakness is blue. And if you would have looked hard enough, you would have seen the boss through the blue curtain, reflecting in the main character's eyes. And everyone else is gonna go. Everyone else is gonna go. Hey, the game sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks to play.
Who actually knows? Like, I know when he wrote an arc for a key. I think it was, what's the key visual novel he wrote an arc for? It wasn't Air, was it? I don't know. He wrote an arc for that, and that's kind of, I don't know. As I've heard, it's not good. So.
Oh boy.
He wrote. He also wrote other stuff, but like, I mean,
I
like it.
I love Ryukishi's writing. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's a great horror writer. There's no way in hell he's gonna fail on the horror. The only way I could see it is that the game is just bad itself.
What I'm worried about is people adjusting to his style and how his style translates into gameplay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried
Here's the thing. It won't be like him making a fucking anime. Because I know.
Did he make an anime?
Go and Sotsu.
Oh.
The new Higurashi stuff.
Is it good?
And I'm fully in the camp. I'm fully in the cope camp of it's actually good writing. The animators just fucked it up. I'm coping really hard with that show. I'll be honest.
He writes great books.
Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna be a good game too. Like, I can't imagine it not being a good game.
There's a reason
or good writing.
Why, when people make movies about books, it's called an adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
And they change things to fit the movie. And when people make games about books, it's an adaptation, and they change things to fit the game to make it flow better and play better and be more concise.
I read this once, and it was like, I'm pretty sure what happens. Like, he wrote a manuscript and he handed it off to the animation team, and the animation team was like, just made it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know.
I'd
rather he had just made new chapters of Higurashi. It would probably been perfectly fine if he did that.
I'm really hoping,
because there's scenes in the show where it's like, that's not how I envisioned it, but I mean it works. He says, at least, and then I watched the show. It's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And you read the manga, it's like, oh, now it makes sense. And so it's my copium. It's just I fully believe what he wrote was fine. They just fucked it up.
What I want him to do with Silent Hill is I almost want them to just have him write it, and then he goes here, and then working with him, they adjust it to actually fit. I don't know.
He's making a game, so it's a game. It's going to be a game, so like, it should be much easier for him to get what he wants in it to be in it, because it's not gonna be like a fucking anime where you have 24 minutes every week to get across your fucking your message. He's gonna have like visual novel space to do it.
The thing that I'm worried about is I'm worried about him and red tape. Yeah. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking with how trash that whole announcement stream. They fucked up the stream, by the way. They uploaded a video and had a timer at a premiere. They didn't actually stream anything. They didn't even do the premiere right. They said, hey, this video is coming out in so and so minutes. The video comes out, and the whole video's out, and it's not even an actual premiere. You know, YouTube has like 3 ways to do the thing. You can stream it, do it live, stream it. You can do a premiere, make the whole video and upload it and then do Premiere where it doesn't let you fast forward. Or you can upload a video and have it go live at a certain time.
Yes.
And going live at a certain time just shows the whole fucking video.
Yep. And then you can skip around it.
You can skip around. And they fucked it up. They treated it like a normal ass fucking Premiere. When meanwhile, they actually just uploaded the video and set a time where it goes up. And come on.
That's like easy not to fuck up.
Yeah, that is one set. That is on a drop down. Which one do you pick? I am the one uploading these fucking videos, by the way. I know what you do. You pick Premiere or go live. You pick Premiere in order to do a Premiere. It's not that hard.
I think the writing will be strong. I'm worried that they're gonna beef it in the gameplay and like everything else. That's what I'm worried.
Oh yeah, I fully believe this game's gonna be trash, but the writing's gonna be good.
This turned into a Silent Hill stream.
Yeah, it's turned into a Silent Hill little
It's
tangent here.
Silent Hill recording.
We're 15 minutes in and we haven't even.
We've talked about Silent Hill.
That's all we've done. We've hardly read anything.
It's alright. It's related.
Yeah,
We're talking about a brand new Ryukishi project in 2022.
It's not Sakonia, so it's not. It's not Sakonia. Phase 2, so I don't give a fuck.
But he's already finished Sakonia, right?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought until I read where he had paused working on Sakonia to do Higurashi and fucking, I guess, Silent Hill. I thought it was out, it was done, he just needed to hit the release button, but...
Oh, so he hasn't finished it.
As far as I can tell, I think that's what he said. That's what I read. It was like, oh, I stopped working on it. I thought Phase 2 was done. We were just waiting for the fucking pandemic to end. Because the Japanese are fucking stupid with their whole, read the room bullshit. No, I don't care if there's a pandemic in the game and IRL. Release the fucking game! It doesn't matter! Who cares? No one cares! You're just retarded!
He's a Psychonia enjoyer, goddammit.
I want to read... Listen.
Have you read the first part?
I read Phase 1, yeah. I need to go read the Bible now, by the way. What? In order to understand what the fuck's gonna happen in the there's... One of the last tips in Sakonia is them talking about fucking Revelations. It's like... So now I gotta fucking read Revelations? Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta go read Revelations? By the way, I hope you're ready to read Dante's Inferno when we finish Higurashi, because you're gonna want to read it. Or at least read a synopsis.
You read Dante's Inferno?
I did not, but it might help you solve the fucking story. Unironically! Just read a little, just read the Cliff's Notes. Just read who Virgil is. Read the Cliff Notes of fucking Dante's Inferno.
There's no way, dude!
I wanted to save this until like...
How long is Dante's Inferno?
I wanted to save this until like we finish Higurashi, but you're gonna need to read Dante's Inferno just a little bit. That's not...
Oh, that's a game. Fuck. Okay, it's only 119 pages. It's 12.5 ounces. Why'd they include that, man?
See how big it is. Here, let me look it up on fucking Audible and see how long it is.
That's not terrible. 194 pages is not bad.
You don't need to read Dante's Inferno, but there's like there's fucking straight up like.
But what if I want to read
like
Dante's Inferno?
I don't know.
It's 37,000 words. That's not bad. Do you have to read all the volumes, or is it just volume 1?
The Inferno. It is 4 hours and 41 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a 2.5-hour read. How quickly can I can read 37,500 words per minute?
I think it's called.
Yeah, The Divine Comedy, Volume 1. Hell. Holy shit, it'll only take me 1 minute to read Dante's Inferno, dude.
What is it? Fuck. Hell, Purgatory, and Heaven.
Yeah. There's 3 volumes.
I don't know how this is fucking broken up. But
yeah, it's heavy. Yeah.
The Divine Comedy is a lot longer.
Do you need to read Dante's Inferno or the Divine Comedy? Because the Divine Comedy...
Which one is where he's looking for Beatrice? Giving it away here.
So the Divine Comedy is Inferno, Purgatory, and Paradise.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, you might... There's a lot of little hints and nods that might help if you just know what Dante's Inferno and all of...
Florencia. I think it's Inferno.
I'm giving away some, like, cool little hints here, but I didn't want to. But
Yeah, it looks like it's Inferno.
yeah, just read Dante's Inferno, and you'll have a little bit of a head start.
Just read. When did it come out? What?
Originally, 2018.
It's not 2018, Google.
Divine Comedy, first published in 1320.
Just read a book that came out 700 years ago, and you'll understand this anime visual novel.
Not almost.
just read a book that came out 702 years ago,
so, by the
and
way,
you'll understand a visual novel.
And when we're done with Umineko, we're gonna have to read the fucking Bible.
We're gonna read the Bible. Man, fuck Ryukishi.
Man, fuck him. God damn it.
Am I gonna have to read the fucking Book of Mormon for Silent Hill, dude? Like, he's about to take us through the fucking Odysseus's fucking journey, dude. Like, about to read the Battle of Troy. The Odyssey, yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck Ryukishi. Satoshi-kun loved to see me and my friends have fun, so I should have a lot of fun for his sake. Then I'd talk about the day with him later.
How are you going to Hinamizawa? I can give you a ride if you want.
I'm taking my moped, so you don't have to.
That won't do. Aren't you going to the family party afterwards? I can't let you drive under the influence.
Shion's alcoholic. He won't let me drive, but he's kind enough to let me drink. Alright, take me then.
Good. Let's leave before nightfall. I'll come pick you up around that time.
After Kasai left, I sensed that Satoshi-kun was excited about going to the festival. Kasai really walked in and went, "Let's leave before nightfall. I'll pick you up." And left.
Yeah, he's saying he'll pick her up from the family house. She'll drive there, probably.
I thought he meant that he'll pick her up to take her to Utanagashi, then to...
No. I don't know. Wait, before that? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because he said you're going to the family party afterwards, so they're going to the festival, and then they're going to the party.
Yeah.
Because it's the after party.
Before nightfall, okay?
Oh yeah, Buddha! How about at the after party? I would bench press Shion into the ground. You know what I mean by that?
Into the ground?
I would get divine powers that allow me to separate atoms in the floor and push her into the ground and reseal her in there like a catacomb. You ever read Edgar Allan Poe?
This is like the one poem I read. The Count of Monte Cristo? Yeah, I know it. I know of it. I read it.
That's what I would do to Shion.
That
Put her
happens
in-
to me on.
No! Wait, I mean, yes! Watanagashi, huh? So it's been almost 2 years since you went away. Satoshi-kun seemed confused. I bet you're going all right now, aren't you? TF2 has ruined me. That's all I'm gonna say. We laughed together. Satoshi-kun is the pyro from Team Fortress 2.
You're so true.
Ah, fuck off, man. I thought they put you in a wall. Welcome. Here's your net in a bowl. Great. Wow, these fish are so active. They look delicious. I could eat this little one raw right here. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying, Mion-san?
Me-chan, you eat goldfish? Did you eat the one I gave you last year, too?
No, I didn't say that. Sis shook her head hard. She turned all red. It doesn't help that his pants are Master Chief colored.
So every fucking time Keiichi enters the frame, I imagine him looking like the stupid fucking Master Chief sprite from the stupid fucking video you made. And it's every single time his sprite shows up. It is every fucking time. There has not been a single time his sprite shows up that I don't fucking see, Chief, I need a weapon. And it's his head on Master Chief. It's every time, dude. You've ruined him.
You said you'd wear something nice.
It's every time he shows up, man. Because his pants are fucking Chief colored.
Oh my god.
And they kind of like, from a distance, they look like armor.
I'm so glad.
Because he has this fucking hoodie wrapped around him. I hate Keiichi. Gamer, but you just said it. You said they look delicious.
I heard it too. Sis eats everything as long as it fits inside her mouth. Balls.
If it's really good, I'll try it once. No, you can't, Rika-chan. You're gonna get sick.
I would eat goldfish in front of Keiichi to change the course of his life.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you could pull off the fake ink, drop it behind you, and it'd work.
Yeah.
He would fall for it.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you. How long have you been here, Shion? Hey, Kei-chan, Sis, and everyone else. Good evening. When did you get here, Shion? I've been here since you were at the chow mein booth. I found you guys quickly since you were making so much noise. Hey! You're not in our club. Get lost. Don't be mean, Sis. Right. Kei-chan? You're fine if I come with you guys, right?
Oh, Shion. It's good to know she was doing it on purpose. Obviously.
I took Kei-chan's arm and held it between my breasts. Puff, puff. We were gonna have a ball. Shion's dead.
Good job, Rena. Hey, we're blowing through it.
Whoa! I went around the booths with Sis and her friends. I joked around and laughed out loud. I teased Kei-chan and Sis, too. Kei-chan was at the center of the group, so if I did something to him, it naturally involved everyone else. It looked like Satoshichu was having a hard time finding his own spot in the crowd. When I glanced at him in a quiet moment, he smiled and told me to have fun without worrying about him. If he were tangible, I'd pull his arm to join the crowd. It made me sad that I couldn't do that.
She literally has a topa.
Yeah.
Christian?
I bumped into somebody's shoulder. It was obviously my fault, so I apologized right away.
Satoshichu. Satoshichu. Making that image when I make this video. You know I. Oh, that's going in the thumbnail. Oh, that'd be great. It's gonna be Satoshi with the little hearts, and then the Pikachu body, the little circles on his face, and then like a Pikachu or something like.
Oh.
I know the yellow Sonic.
My fucking god, dude. Can we get the Shion picture but put her in the Christian shirt and give her a Satoshichu necklace?
I like this. This is a good idea.
This is a good joke.
As it turned out, it was somebody I knew. Oh, it's these assholes.
Oh, look at that. I guess it's.
That's gotta be Takano. It's fucking.
Oh, it looks like you're having fun. Good evening, Shion-chan. The moon looks beautiful tonight, doesn't it?
Oh, it's been forever, Takano-san. And you were... Tomatake Flash. Nice to meet ya. I'm Tomatake. I heard you were Mian-chan's twin sister. Nice to meet you too, Tomatake Flash. I heard you were a great cameraman.
Flash.
Please take a picture of me someday. I'm just an amateur dreaming of going professional.
That's how he laughs.
I know it is. I love Tomatake, dude.
Well, you're actually great, Jiro-san. You're good at many things.
Like sex.
They fuck.
Like sex.
Zoinks!
Yeah, I was gonna say that came out really shaggy. I don't know what happened there. No, I need to study more. I have no talent, so I have to put out a lot of effort to compensate.
Good job, Shion.
They must have been in a relationship. You two look so happy together. Am I interrupting you?
Oh no, I appreciate your consideration, but you're not interrupting us at all. And you can call me Mio like before, not Takano-san.
It's a bit hard for me to call someone older than me by her first name. Well, never mind. I smiled bashfully, and Takano-san smiled back elegantly.
I haven't seen you in the library since. I wanted to talk to you more as a fellow researcher.
This is where Shion looks at her and goes, Hey, Mio, have you seen Satoshi since last year? And,
Haha.
and Takano has...
Yeah, he's in my basement.
I
kidnapped him so I could have him all to myself. I love going down there and just poking and prodding at him. Just a little bit, just to see how he reacts.
That's not where I was gonna go, but I like that. I like that. That's good.
He's tied up in my basement. He's a really good subject for my experiments.
I was gonna go the, No, I don't know where he is, Takano says with a suspiciously Satoshi-kun shaped stomach.
Suspiciously Satoshi-kun shaped throat.
Yeah. I love this game, man. Well, when I feel like it. A fellow researcher. Are you interested in it too, Shion-chan? I mean, in the legend of the village. Tomatake Flash raised his eyebrows. As far as I knew, Takano-san's hobby wasn't exactly normal. On the surface, her research dealt with the cultural history of ancient Hinamizawa, but its main focus was the Watanagashi festival from ancient times, the cannibal banquet in which they captured and gutted a living sacrifice. Her research covered various stories surrounding that and other legends of cruelty. It was nothing if not gory. That was where her main interest lay. So I didn't feel too comfortable being called a fellow researcher, to be honest. But objectively speaking, her research notes were more than fun to read. It was then that I heard the loud booms of the taiko drums. The main event of the Watanagashi festival, the dedication dance, was about to start. According to Takano-san's hypothesis, the part of the dance where the shrine maiden tears open a futon mat representing gutting a live victim. It's starting. I should head over. Aren't you guys coming to see Rika-chan's performance?
Chama.
Rika-chama's performance. Huh? Huh. Tomatake-san looked bewildered. Who laughs like that?
I don't remember.
Is it the guy in Jimmy Neutron?
You?
No, you know
Not
who I'm
you.
talking about?
Which one? Who? And Jimmy Neutron. The kid? The kid?
Hold on. Looks like they couldn't handle the Neutron style. There it is. I got it. Yeah, it's from the episode when Jimmy is like cool. That's what it is. Yeah, look up Jimmy Neutron, the Neutron style.
There it is.
Yeah, it's from this episode.
Check it out! Neutron has the moves! Well, how about next time you get a board that can handle Good style. Later, Nicarama.
Yeah, it's from that episode. I never realized as a kid that episode where they like filmed the movie, it's Quentin Tarantino.
Is it really?
That's the director. That's like, so the whole Jimmy Neutron episode, they're like filming a movie or some shit, and the director is, I think it either is voiced by Quentin Tarantino, or it's supposed to be making parody of Quentin Tarantino.
Damn.
Which I never realized, obviously, as a kid, because you don't know who
like, how the fuck are you supposed to know that as a kid?
I never understood why my parents loved that episode so much. And then when I grew up, I realized, I'm like, holy shit, it's Tarantino.
That's great.
Tomatake-san. Tomatake-san
There it
looked
is.
bewildered. Did that mean he wasn't coming? As Shion had a frog in her throat, give her a second. Takano-san giggled, then whispered in my ear.
To tell you the truth, we're thinking of sneaking into the ritual storehouse.
She made it sound like she was going to do something fun, but it wouldn't be amusing to anyone who knew what the ritual storehouse
Sometimes
was.
I wish we had a webcam.
I pog out a lot while playing this game. The ritual storehouse, or the storehouse for ritual implements, is sort of a treasure house belonging to the Furude Shrine.
I would literally just like, it would be off the screen 90% of the time, and then whenever you make a face, I would just pop it up and zoom, and then close it.
I'd heard that Oyashiro-sama's sacred treasures were stored in there. Only people from the Furude family and selected members of the other 3 families are allowed to enter. They believed that if other people enter, the place would be desecrated. Everyone in Hinamizawa must have been curious about what was in there when they were kids, but the storehouse was always tightly locked. You couldn't just peek into it either. Kids would get chided if they played around it, so they learned to stay away. I didn't like being around it myself since I was familiar with all that. Even though I didn't believe in curses, I didn't want to be near it. Nothing good can come from breaking the rules. Were they still going to enter the ritual storehouse despite all that?
I'm pretty sure it's tightly locked.
Oh, no.
That's Shion.
That's Shion.
I'm pretty sure it's tightly locked.
It was, until last year. Rika-chan had the heavy bolt changed to a cheap padlock because the bolt was too heavy for her to lift. Did you know that?
No. But even if it's cheap, it's still locked, isn't it?
I don't know, lockpicking lawyer. It's a pretty good reputation. I'm telling us that shit full. That shit don't work. There's a reason Tomatake Flash can get in there.
Motherfucker brought out LL.
Hello, it's me, the lockpicking lawyer.
Today, I'll be lockpicking your underwear.
And it's just a TikTok video of him go and it's open.
It's my favorite part, man.
Jiro-san is very skilled.
Have you seen the one where he's like, yeah, you can open the steel master lock with another steel master lock? And he just takes it, hits it, and it opens.
And it opens.
Oh, are you good at lockpicking?
Once the Tanagashi ritual starts, everybody will gather around the stage, right? Then the area around the storehouse will be completely devoid of people. Tonight, this place will be a blind spot. I can't see the forest for the trees, I suppose.
According to her hypothesis, the ancient tools used for human dissection and torture would be found in the ritual storehouse.
Why don't you join us in a bit? It's now or never. So maybe I'll see you then.
Fun fact, they do see her.
Wow.
Takano-san, what are you telling her? Based.
Just girl talk. Let's go to some dark place for a quick date.
Based. Huh? Takano-san walked against the flow of the crowd alongside Tomatake Flash. The ritual storehouse, huh? It was supposedly filled with torture tools. Considering what they had in the underground torture room at the Sonozaki house, that's quite possible. Satoshi-kun fell victim to the curse in the 4th year. His aunt's death was the sign of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Satoshi-kun was the sacrifice to pacify Oyashiro-sama's anger. That was what Takano-san said last year. It was just her hypothesis. At present, I wanted to deny her hypothesis because I wanted to believe that Satoshi-kun was still alive. If her hypothesis was correct, either some religious fanatic or somebody from the three families must be imitating the curse in order to revive the ancient custom of Onikafuchi. That would mean that it was them who killed Satoshi-kun. So what if the ritual storehouse was filled with garbage instead of torture implements? Maybe it was filled with broken plannikins or freshly painted signboards for the festival. What then? It wasn't really hard for me to believe that it was filled with the chemical smell of paint. Hold on, I have to look at that.
He's got all in that.
No, I actually have to look at this. Okay, cool. T.Y. Kersey. It's, when watching esports with League, they do drops for in-game loot. And if you were at the game, obviously you don't have the stream open. So you can submit a support ticket with your ticket of you being at the game, and they'll give you all the drops that you missed.
Cool.
Maybe I'll get to deny the hypothesis that Satoshi-kun was sacrificed by seeing the inside of the ritual storehouse for myself. Whatever was in there, it didn't mean that Satoshi-kun would come back.
Dots.
What should I do, Satoshi-kun? Since most people went to see Rika-chama's ritual dance, the festival grounds were deadly quiet. Even so, I couldn't sense Satoshi-kun. Did he go somewhere? Or was I not paying enough attention? Or maybe he wasn't feeling any emotions in particular. After thinking a while, I decided to go in with them. It had been almost a year since Satoshi-kun's disappearance. I'd been avoiding the truth because I was afraid he might be dead. But now, I had a chance. I had a chance to see the inside of the ritual storehouse. I felt as though something divine had arranged that coincidence. On my way to the storehouse, I noticed Keiichi. He was jumping up and down trying to see Rika-chama's dedication dance over people's shoulders. If I took him along, we could split the guilt. Based. Oh yeah, Shiro-sama might put a curse on me for entering his divine storehouse. I wanted a partner in crime. Since the boy I loved disappeared last year because of the curse. Based! Maybe Mion's love should disappear this year.
Incredible. Amazing.
What am I thinking? That must have been the demon inside me. I shook the thought out of my head. Gamer. What's going on,
You
gamer?
like how while she was planning the whole thing, it was just happening. Like that's we went through a thought process, and it's just there. We're done.
Shion's like, what if I took Keiichi with me so that he gets killed too? No, I shouldn't do that. That's me being an asshole. And the Keiichi's like, what up, Shion? I'll come join you.
She was just thinking about it, but it's already happened. She was just doing it anyway.
Oh, that's so nice.
We're seeing it from another perspective. How do you feel?
I know, it's fucked. Where's the best place to see Rika?
Nope.
Gamer, what's going on, Shion? Where's the best place to see Rika-chan's dance from? Is it far? Huh? I never said I was gonna show you that. We made it to the ritual storehouse. Keiichi was baffled by the whole situation. Our timing had been perfect. I could see Tomitake flash picking the lock.
And we're in.
Even though Keiichi must have been curious, he insisted that we shouldn't go in. But I talked him into it anyway. He was quick to change his mind when Tomitake Flash joined in. It was completely dark inside, so Takano-san lit a battery-powered lantern. A small entry space appeared before
Honestly,
us.
it should be the Age of Mythology music. It just make it better.
That's a throwback, man. It's so dark in here. Take care not to trip over anything.
I appreciate the concern. Okay, doorman, keep a good watch. We're shutting the door now.
Takano-san closed the door with a smile, as if leaving Tomitake Flash out on purpose. Man, alright. Everyone have fun. As soon as the heavy door was closed, we were surrounded by a quiet darkness. All we could rely on was Takano-san's lantern.
It'll be fine. It's an outdoor lantern with backup batteries inside. It won't go out or anything.
And then she turns it off. Takano-san teased Keiichi a little. Keiichi, in turn, looked a little pale. He seemed to be able to recognize the sanctity of the building, even though he wasn't from Hinamizawa.
Let's go in. Here we go. There.
Keiichi pulls. He's got Riz.
Yeah? Yeah.
You know?
He's pulling Rena, Mion, and Sadako.
Shion,
Shion!
Takano, Sadako's aunt,
Sadako's aunt.
Mion's mom,
Mion's mom.
his own mom. Ow. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that.
He pulled his face muscles.
No.
He pulled
Ow.
a face muscle.
Ow. No, to get the pressure out of my ears when like it was giving me a pounding headache, I was like extending my jaw out and throwing it up. And I did it so many times that like my neck muscles are sore. So I can't like make too goofy of a face or it hurts.
He's goofy crippled.
I'm old, dude. I'm falling apart.
He's not old.
I'm falling apart, man. After Takano-san opened the heavy inner door, a dusty, foul smell flowed out. It was like the smell of a pantry that hadn't been opened in years, and the smell of a fish market mixed together. I didn't know exactly how to describe it, but it was a bad smell. I think this music puts me at bed. From listening to the echoes of our footsteps, I could tell that this room was much bigger than the one we were just in.
Can't wait for the fucking con room. Just to start playing this music and everybody just conks out.
When Takano-san raised her lantern, I could clearly see how big it was. Wow! At the far side of the wall, there was a statue of some kind of god staring down at us intruders. The way it was lit by the lantern gave it a powerful appearance, and it scared me.
That's the guardian god of Hinamizawa, Oyashiro-sama.
I looked up at the statue, which was holding its religious ornaments. If Satoshi-kun's disappearance really was a curse, I couldn't forgive this god. I found myself irritated by the way the statue looked down at me. Damn you, Oyashiro-sama. If you really made Satoshi-kun disappear, I'll never forgive you. Never. He looks like he should be in Halo. Every time I see him.
I'm so glad.
He looks like a funny fucking Halo 3 character,
So
man.
goofy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He looks like he should be like Private Dunn or some shit in like Halo 3.
Where did I send that picture?
Like some jobber ass fucking grunt. Keiichi didn't seem to understand the significance of the storehouse. He looked bored. Takano-san noticed that and took out her scrapbook to show him the brutal history of ancient Hinamizawa. I'd heard the story already, so I decided to walk around by myself. Since I knew the significance of all these tools, I felt a little nauseated. Though they certainly wouldn't jump out to me, I still found them intimidating. They looked as if they were craving for fresh blood after not have been used in hundreds of years. Mercenaries 2 song.
I didn't play Mercenaries.
This is the menu music. Left 4 Dead. Holy shit, this is the menu music in Left 4 Dead 2.
Maybe a little.
You hear what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about. Of course I know what you're talking about. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you put a gajillion hours in that game as well.
Nice and spooky though. Nice and creepy. Just in time for spooky month. I did the little jig. Just a little bit.
I was not expecting that. I was in the middle of thinking up of a comeback how to make fun of you for the fact it's November, and then you just looked at me and went... All the tools look similar to the ones I saw in the underground torture room at the Sonozaki house. If those tools were the progenies of torture implements, these would be their ancestors. These would be their ancestors.
I don't think what you said was a word.
Ancestors?
Yeah. I don't think that's a word.
All the implements here looked old. I doubted they could really be used.
That just sounds like cats meowing with an echo.
Meakashi was trying to sleep one day and heard his cat in the other room and was like, I can do something with this.
It just sounds like a little kitten going meow, meow, meow.
Rika? They weren't kept... They weren't kept maintained like the ones at the Sonozaki house. So did that mean they shouldn't scare me?
Oh, that's grammatically correct. Never mind.
No, on the contrary. They told me that cruel rituals were indeed performed in this village at one point. Now that I found scary. What Takano-san told me was the truth. When I stopped, Satoshi-kun also stopped behind me, one step later. I felt no emotional change in Satoshi-kun. I couldn't tell if he was feeling something or not. I knew he was there, but I had no idea how he was feeling. I felt scared of him for the first time. If he could answer me, I'd want to ask him, who demoned you away? Are you listening, Satoshi-kun? I couldn't tell if he heard me or not. He left, as if he didn't hear anything. I could tell that he's been sulky ever since we got here. I suddenly felt lonely, so I looked for him while walking around. I realized that then there was an altar in front of the statue. He might be there. It was a clean altar. An altar ornamented with religious artifacts. It was kept well maintained. I saw no dust. That would mean, well, the flowers in the vase weren't wilting. I saw a pretty handkerchief under the vase. It looked out of place amongst everything else. I was fairly certain it was Rika Furude's handkerchief. That would mean that this storehouse is maintained daily. It wasn't a forgotten ruin buried in dust. So the brutality that dwelled in this storehouse is still alive and well in Hinamizawa. That's right. Something as ambiguous as Oyashiro-sama's curse is nothing more than a simple delusion of the villagers. As Takano-san said,
Everything that happens in this world is done by humans.
I'd accuse Oyashiro-sama of demoning away Satoshi-kun, but Oyashiro-sama is just a statue made of bronze or wood. It's nothing but an icon. There are, however, human beings who would try to make that icon seem real. The series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa is a result of human action. It shouldn't be called Oyashiro-sama's curse. If Satoshi-kun was the fourth year's victim, then he was victimized by a human being who was just acting the part of the curse. The person who demoned away Satoshi-kun must not be very far from me. The truth behind Satoshi-kun's disappearance was not so far from my grasp. Thump. I was startled by the sound. It sounded like somebody had dropped something. I looked over at Takano-san and... Akechi?
Keiichi.
Keiichi.
What? Huh?
I saw Keiichi. That was like Akechi?
Okay. If you say so.
I saw the wrong name. I'm on the Akechi brain rot today, I'm sorry.
Why?
I love him. He's my yandere femboy twink, goddammit.
I have to finish Persona 5 so I can accurately say it's bad.
You will be able to understand the Akechi brain rot, dude. Play Royal, you'll know.
Takano-san was still lecturing him. Did she drop her scrapbook or something? Thump, thump, thump. The sound came from right behind me, not from them. I'd never heard Satoshi-kun do that. It sounded like someone was stomping on the floor in frustration. What is it? Thump, thump, thump. The sound continued, ignoring my question. Though I heard it right nearby, it sounded as though a child was hopping on a wooden floor somewhere distant. What's wrong, Satoshi-kun?
So specific.
Are you angry about something?
I wonder why it's so specific. And then they smash cut to Takano-san's basement, and it's under the ritual storehouse, and Satoshi is jumping up and down. Do you know how to sign jump in sign language?
Is it like that or some shit?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. Sign language is funny.
I love
It just-
sign language.
It's a little goofy.
ASL is based, dude. I couldn't read his expressions. I just realized ASL also stands for age, sex, location. I'm talking about ASL, American Sign Language,
Yeah.
for reference to the audience.
Don't worry. I'll cut it.
Okay. I
You
thought.
might not like it, but I'll cut.
Can you cut it to where it stands for?
I'll just splice it together.
Yeah, to you splice it to be like American sex language or some
I
shit.
don't fucking know.
I thought he was mad, but I didn't sense any emotion from him at all. Was he mad that I touched the altar? Maybe you weren't supposed to do that. Thump, thump, thump. It's not that I'd been able to communicate with Satoshi in a concrete way. I just talked to him. I was never expecting him to react like that. I didn't sense a willingness to communicate from this creepy sound. Then a chill ran up my spine. I felt as though all my pores were opening. I'd been thinking that it was Satoshi-kun stomping on the floor. Is this Shion reading?
Yeah.
Hey, you! You're Satoshi-kun, aren't you? The sound stopped when I asked that. It wasn't a yes or no, just silence. Satoshi-kun wouldn't scare me like that. I realized suddenly that the sound hadn't come from Satoshi-kun. A cold shiver shot through my feet and I sprung a step backwards. The sound had come from right there. Even though I jumped back, it was still just a few meters away. Satoshi-kun would sometimes let me hear his footsteps when I walked. But if that wasn't Satoshi-kun, then there was no guarantee I'd hear its footsteps. So that invisible being could be right in front of my eyes, and I just wouldn't see it? I forgot everything and ran, straining my ears as much as possible for any sound, listening for any footsteps pursuing me. I ran right into Keiichi and clung to him, timidly turning back to look. The dimly lit area before the altar was quiet, like nothing was happening. But seeing that chilling dark stillness, realizing I was just in that space, made me even more frightened now. What's up, Shion? Did you get scared? Keiichi made fun of me. Even though he looked horrified just a little while ago, he now looked satisfied to see me scared too. I know girls tend to get freaked out by haunted houses. Well, I don't mind it. Anyways, let's go, before Takano-san leaves us behind. I pretended to be fine, but I wasn't sure if I was able to hide my fear entirely. The footsteps were chasing me. They were outside the illumination of the lantern, as if they couldn't go into the light. The presence never left, however. It followed us like a fourth member of the party. Sometimes it made a stomping sound as if wanting some recognition, but neither Takano-san nor Keiichi seemed to notice. It was possible for Takano-san to be ignoring it, but Keiichi would never ignore it. If he could hear it, he would have said something. So just like with Satoshi-kun, only I could hear it. Was this thing that was... What was this thing that was making me so scared? Was it Satoshi-kun in a bad mood? Or was it possible that the presence I believed to be Satoshi-kun might not have been him at all? Thump. Thump. What are you upset about, Satoshi-kun? Tell me if I did something wrong. I'll apologize. Thump. 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 If you aren't Satoshi-kun, then where did he go? When did you take his place? Thump. 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 I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
I wish I was a baller.
No, I wish Ryukishi gave us like a, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Could it be the 19 men buried in the floorboard and she's hearing their hearts beat? Like the one famous Edgar Allan Poe story, The Telltale Heart?
Yes.
Ah! Shion, are you alright? Huh? I'm fine. You look pale though. Then I'd appreciate it if you didn't stretch my clothes too much. Oh, sorry.
Oh, am I interrupting you too?
I decided to engage in the conversation to help myself ignore the sound from behind. I didn't hear the sound as much, and it became a bit more distant. Yeah, I shouldn't pay attention to it. It wouldn't bother me if I didn't hear it. I should just ignore the noise. Takano-san, you're researching whether those customs survived into the present. You are, right?
Might be
Thump, thump.
Keiichi.
What I'm about to tell you is a secret, alright? I told you, Shion-chan, because you're an understanding person, but the other villagers don't want to hear it. If things go awry, I could be ganged up on and punished.
She smiled at me like a witch. Thump, thump.
Mayabara-kun, you keep it a secret too, okay? If this gets out, I could suffer Oyashiro-sama's curse, or be made into a sacrifice. If it's the curse, then I wonder what kind of death it will be this year. If it's a sacrifice, then will I be thrown into the Onagafuchi swamp while still alive? And it is tonight, you know, the night of Oyashiro-sama's curse.
This is the really weird one where her autopsy showed that she was dead by the time she was in here, right?
Yeah, she's dead right now.
Yeah.
She's gone. She's out of this world. Yes, dead.
I wish I could be smart enough to solve this game, man.
You think she's actually here right now?
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
I mean, she was here with Tomatake and Keiichi, because Keiichi sees her.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she's a ghost. Because Keiichi sees her. Although, she did do like a weird eye thing. Did you see that?
Where her sprite changed?
Yeah, like right before they entered, her sprite changes.
Where she was doing that little squinty, like, face?
I don't know, but she changes. It isn't like a normal face change. It was like a weird, like, it almost looked like, you know, when people get the misty-eyed sprite. That's kind of what it looked like. But maybe I'm just tripping.
80.
I don't like having Keiichi.
On the screen?
Yeah, it certainly is. If the curse strikes for a fifth time, it'll happen tonight. Thump, thump, thump. I wish the thumps would interrupt the dialogue. Takano-san pulled out an old scrapbook from her paper bag and started turning the pages. She opened it to the page with that one article. It was the article about the brutal murder of a Watanagashi victim. It happened in the Meiji era.
This is a story that actually happened. It was around the end of the Meiji era. They discovered an unknown mangled corpse, the victim of a murder in Onagafuchi village.
Thump, 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 thump. Never
before has there been a corpse treated with such cruelty and inhumanity.
Hey, you guys seriously don't hear that? It's freaking loud. How can you not hear it? Ah, hell, it's freaking noisy. Cut it out already. In that next moment, we all heard a squeaking noise. We turned around in surprise.
Man, I'm Shion, right?
Yeah.
And I'm hearing a weird thumping noise.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna interrupt. I'm gonna go look. I'm hearing some fuck shit. Do you guys hear that? The answer
Hear
is
what? Hear what, Shion? Are you messing with me, Shion? I
Yeah.
don't hear anything, Shion. What's wrong with you, Shion?
And that's fine. And you follow that with, no. I'm not fucking with you. But entertain me real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay? And you take the lantern and you walk straight at that motherfucker.
Listen. I don't know. I don't fuck.
That's what you do.
That's some horror movie watcher type of shit, not horror movie actor type of shit.
Have you been in weird paranormal situations before?
No. I usually, I'll have a muscle spasm that feels like a hand, but that's about it.
Alright, so my usual go-to, it depends on how many people I have with me. If it's just me, I get the fuck out of there.
Uh-huh.
Because look, man, what's more fun? Being killed by ghosts when there's 4 of you, or being killed by ghosts alone?
I want the solo ghost death, because I want my death to be mysterious and weird and strange.
That's fair, but that's no fun, man.
I want you to think there's a fucking curse going around the fucking... the Okefenokee swamp.
I'm just waiting to get skinwalkered. Do you think my skinwalker would still play Higurashi with you?
Yeah, and then he'd actually like solve it and be like, and I would be
very sus. If I got like doppelgangered,
I
would hope my doppelganger would play Higurashi.
You get doppelganger. The fucking doppelganger would watch our playthrough and he would be like, "Oh, I know what's happening here. It's easy. What do you mean?"
And then I'd come back and be like, "I solved the mystery." And as soon as I say that, you would.
I just
you
go,
would
poof!
Yeah, you.
I just fucking pull out the gun and
Yeah,
blast.
that's so you take out the 50 cal and just blow my.
Tell me
fucking
what
brains
happened,
out
and you give me the
immediately.
exact answer, and I just fucking pull the trigger.
You just kill me on impact. That's where you go. Hi, let me introduce you to the 357 hollow point revolver I have
just
in my
bought
pocket.
this. By the way, I really like 1911s. You want to see my 1911?
Did you just fucking blast me? Oh, whoops. I'm glad that if I solved the game, you'd kill me on impact. Thank you. It was just Tomatake-san opening the door. Did I startle you?
Oh, Jiro-san, could you not resist coming inside? Seeing inside? Oops.
Oh, he couldn't resist coming inside, alright.
Could you not resist seeing inside? This is a splendid treasure trove of torture devices.
I'll pass on that. I'm bad with this sort of thing by nature. Takano-san laughed as if making fun of Tomatake Flash for being such a scaredy cat. In any case, the dance and ceremony are over, and everyone's going down to the river. The festival as a whole will be over within minutes. Time was up. I never expected that Tomatake Flash would save me from this nightmare. His face suddenly looked heroic.
Oh, Keiichi-kun, are you leaving too?
Gamer, I've seen enough. Shion, you're good too, right? Let's get out of here. I want some fresh air.
I agree. Let's leave. I went into the entry room and turned around. Tomatake Flash was taking photos. Tomatake's bitch was taking photos in a mad rush, though our time was up.
Damn.
Shion would say that.
Maybe.
That's not a maybe. Shion would
Probably.
say that, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Shion says fuck.
If given the right reason, yeah.
Shion says that. Just so you all over it. Takano-san. And then you can just...
Yeah.
I didn't hear that sound anymore. I didn't feel that presence. I didn't feel Satoshichu either. But somehow, I wasn't too sad about that. Even if he followed me out here, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was really him, or somebody else.
There you go.
That ritual storehouse section was not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
I was like so prepared for what they did last time, and every time I hit enter, my heart would in fear that it was going to be dog shit, and then it just never happened.
Defilers.
And that... Gorp.
View all tips.
Fuck. Shut up. I didn't hit that. Fuck you.
Yes, you did.
Shut up. No, I didn't. Keiichi did it. That underground torture room is officially called the Underground Ritual Storehouse. So do torture room and ritual storehouse mean the same thing? According to Takano-san's theory, bloody rituals including Watanagashi have been passed down among the three families even after the Meiji era. The rituals are always ready to be performed. Their form of worship always revolved around torture. So Hinamizawa's history involved a great deal of human slaughter. Takano-san's theory is correct. The underground storehouse at the Sonozaki house looked well maintained. Takano-san is right about that too. Since the Sonozaki family and the Furude family both have ritual storehouses, the Kimiyoshi family must have one too. After all, these ancient and brutal customs are still handed down through generations. I should remain armed with the knowledge that occult events are still secretly being performed in this cursed village. Does the perpetrator have a sprite?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's EDA.
Yeah. Totally.
Is it Keiichi?
We know what he's done.
Could you imagine if the perpetrator for this whole game was Keiichi?
That'd be crazy.
And that's like the reveal. And you
Oh,
go.
it was. I was gonna do a reference, but I don't even know what movie it was from. Where it's like, I just saw like the end of this movie, where it's like, the guy had a split personality, and he was the spooky guy the entire time. He was like the murderer the entire time. He just didn't know it.
Oh.
I don't remember what movie that was though. I just saw it like as a kid on the TV.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called either. I can ask my dad. Did you see Knives Out?
I have not seen Knives Out. I need to see Knives Out.
Did you see they're making a new one?
I heard they were making a sequel. Yeah, because I was talking
So-
to one of my coworkers about it.
It's not a sequel, but it's set within the same universe. So it's still holy shit, I forgot his name. The guy that played James Bond.
Oh yeah.
It's still him as the detective, as like the country draw detective, but it's set in the same universe, which I think is really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually really, really like Knives Out. I love that movie. It's really, really fun. But yeah, so it's the same detective, but with a different mystery and a different cast of characters and a new universe, or in the same universe, but a new mystery.
Is it on Netflix?
Knives Out?
Yeah.
I think. Dude, I would so watch that with you. I saw it like 4 times. I fucking love that movie.
Is it on your Plex?
It probably is, honestly. It wouldn't surprise me, because my parents loved it too. We can look after this chapter. The sanctity of the ritual storehouse is one of the most prominent elements in worship of Oyashiro-sama. Of course, I knew that, since I'm originally from Hinamizawa, but violating that sanctity is actually a more serious problem than I thought. Takano-san's research shows that the history of the ritual storehouse goes way back. The ritual implements within have long been viewed as inviolatable objects. Violable objects, which is why it was strictly forbidden to enter. Takano-san's theory says that Watanagashi was once a public execution, performed to stabilize the region of the 3 families, rather than a purely religious ritual. If so, the ritual should hardly be called sacred. Under those circumstances, the implement should have been despised as a symbol of hatred and fear. When the instruments of fear are too visible, it only creates a reign of terror. But keep them as hidden as possible, and they gain divinity. Many said that they would become tainted if the layman touched them. The only reason for that was to preserve their false prestige through secrecy, since they would lose their sanctity if revealed before the common folk. In other words, the true identity of the ritual storehouse's sacredness was fear. That was the true emotion ruling over this village. Well, duh. We knew that.
Know that.
Fuck, even I picked that one up, guy. The reason why Takano-san and Tomotake Flash were cursed is because they broke into the ritual storehouse. I don't know how the villagers found out about it. Maybe somebody was watching. Maybe there was an anti-theft alarm. Either way, our intrusion must have been reported to the highest level of the curse system. That's because, considering the distance between the village and the site where Takano-san's body was found, she must have been killed right after we came out of the ritual storehouse. It was done very quickly. It's possible that a special assassination team exists for this purpose, or that the plan had been set up a long time ago.
The village has its own FBI team.
The Hinamizawa FBI.
Yeah.
I bet they call them the Hinamizawa.
The Titans. Or is it the Strikers?
The Fighters?
Fighters.
The baseball team?
Yeah. The Titans are it's the Okinawa Titans.
Yeah, and also the Tennessee Titans football team. And like,
why aren't Virginia's like sports teams named after like the CIA? Wouldn't that be really funny? Wouldn't that be really cool? be, like the Virginia economic hitman. Where is it in Virginia?
I hate when you do that so much. It's so funny. When you look at me and you just say the dumbest shit ever, and you're not laughing, you're like barely smiling, you just look at me and you go, wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be really cool? You'll just be like, what if they called Hinamizawa, Namizawa?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny? Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool idea? It's so stupid.
Is it Virginia? Where are they?
The feds?
Oh,
The
yeah.
CIA?
What is this city?
I have no idea. They might have been secret agents of the Sonozaki family, but the latter sounds more valid. But if so, who would
Langley.
Langley?
Fairfax County, Virginia, yeah.
Huh. Christian? But who would have been the victim if nobody broke into the ritual storehouse? Good chapter.
Medonym. Is that what those are called?
I have no idea.
So it's like when you say like Washington and you're referring to the government or like the State Department or some shit. That's a medonym.
Cool.
Yeah. I didn't know that. The Pentagon is a medonym for the
They hit the Pentagon! They hit the Pentagon! So
next time on.
Domestic acts of terrorism. We will kiss Keiichi on the lips.
Thank God. It's
Wouldn't that be
finally-
cool?
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be funny?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Wouldn't that be a little goofy? A little silly? Maybe a little... I don't have any more adjectives.
A little
for it.
ridiculous?
A little
Maybe a little dubious?
dubious? A
Little
little devious?